Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have some live action coming at you. It is going to be Giraffe versus Amplify. Both of these guys, clanmates, part of Art of War. Wonderful, wonderful clan. A lot of great things going on. And real quick, I do just want to announce that 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Thursday evening, there is going to be a clan war between Art of War and Clan Nightmare, NMX. You guys have seen those guys around. Phenomenal stuff there, so come show up. Those guys are going to allow me to cast those games. We're going to have tons of fun on the live stream, so come check us out. Make sure you get to the live stream for that. It is going to be really, really tons of fun. It's right after the Alt Starcraft amateur tournament for gold and platinum level players. So if you guys need the link for that out there on the live stream, hit me up for that. I'll get you the link. But we're going to have tons of fun on Thursday night, so everybody make sure and come out and support the things that are going on. But it is going to be Protoss versus Terran here, so I'm actually pretty excited. Amplify spawning as our pink Terran here at the, what would that be, the 8 o'clock position. At 2 o'clock, we do have Giraffe spawning as his standard yellow Protoss. So cross positions here on Antigua. I'm liking that quite a bit. Giraffe going to be going straight for a gateway. Cool, going to be best of 5 between these guys. Giraffe says, I don't mind taking 3 games off you. Wow. Nidus is like, I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, it's pretty funny, but standard openers here from Amplify and Giraffe both. Notice that he is going to be getting his barracks up in pretty decent time. And Giraffe gearing up to probably toss down his Cybercore here in just a moment. There goes the Cybercore. So standard openers here. It looks like we do have a Marine about to come out. And no fighting units in production quite yet from Giraffe. So probably going to start out with either a Sentry or a Stalker, which is pretty standard against Terran. Those ranged units tend to be just a little bit more useful than a Zealot. That is okay. So Giraffe going to be taking his second gas. Now he'll either use that for a lot more sentries, or he's going to be using that second gas here on his one base for some tech. But he may even go for an expand here. You see him floating a lot of minerals and setting a probe into position, so it does look like an expand here at the 4-minute mark. Look at that. Nice, fast expand. And I do want to welcome a Tiny Spider back to the stream. How you doing, Tiny Spider? Good to have that guy around. This is going to be pretty fun games, man. This is going to be a best of 5, though. Tiny Spider. So best of 5 here. And I've never seen Amplify play. I just barely met him, so I'm actually pretty excited to see what he's got for us. But this is not bad opener. It looks like a lot of barracks. Probably going to be going for a little bit of a timing attack. Maybe for a stim and concussive shell attack. That would be kind of a good. I like that. Or maybe not. Actually, he does have his command center going down, and there goes a bunker. So he is actually going to be macroing up here. Now, he did scoot into the base, did see what's going on, did see the expand going down, which is nice. So he knows that he's fairly safe to go ahead and take his own expand. We'll see if that's exactly what he's going to do. My guess is it is. You can see he's going to turn it into an orbital command here first, probably then fly it out directly to this position right here. And look at this, Amplify gearing up to defend this ramp. Bunker going down here. He did salvage this bunker already. Now that he's got that scouting intel in, so I like the way he's playing so far. He's actually pretty impressive. But he is on 1 gas at this point, which lets me know he is probably going to be sticking with Marine Marauder for just a little while. No upgrades yet either, so kind of interesting play actually. In a lot of ways, going to be pumping out a lot of Marines. There's a Marauder, so good stuff though. Does have his bunker complete. Filling it up with just Marines. Not going to bother with putting any Marauders in there. Kind of interesting. But his expand now is complete, up and running over here. We do have some mules being called down. Probably going to utilize mules on this location for the duration of the next couple minutes, we shall see. But Giraffe going to be taking the bottom of the ramp here. Double robo. Woohoo! Got to love that. A couple more gateways going down here to bolster his robotics army that he is absolutely going to be getting out. Look at that. Nice scouting there from AoWAmPLifY. Cruising up there. Oh my goodness. What did he just kill there? Oh, it was one of the little automatons. One of those guys. But did scout double robo, so that is going to serve AoWAmPLifY very, very well. We'll see if he's going to go for some starport action because of that, or if he is going to... Oh, he's going to... Yep, there's his factory, so it could be starport. He is going to be getting out infantry level 1 here. Kind of nice play. I'm liking that quite a bit. And going to cruise out across the map here. Maybe try and put the hurt on his opponent. And both of these guys not really maintaining much map control, so kind of interesting. I'd like to see Giraffe holding this tower to look for these stem concussive shell pushes. Of course, we don't have stem quite complete yet. In fact, we don't have concussive shell either. So, never mind. What did he get? Oh, he got, what do you call it? No, I can't think right now. But you guys know what I'm talking about. And here they go up the ramp. Not going to happen. There are way too many sentries here. Going to be splitting this army pretty solid. Oh, a little hole there, letting these guys slip by. Combat shield. Thanks, Tiny Spider. Combat shield. I couldn't think of that for some reason. But nice attack here from AoWAmPLifY. That combat shield actually coming in pretty stinking handy. And look at that. This Colossus about to pop, and it is going to get focused down very, very quick. Oh, look at that. Too late. And there it is. GG from Giraffe. AoWAmPLifY taking down game number 1. Beautiful, beautiful play. Got to love it. And we will be going into game 2 between these two in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we have got a bit of a scrimmage going on here between AoWAmPLifY and Giraffe. It is going to be a best-of-5 scrimmage. These guys want to kind of test each other out here in 5 games. They've put a number on it and want to see who will win. And so far, AoWAmPLifY taking game number 1 off of Giraffe, who is an extremely difficult Protoss player to deal with. Now, both of these guys come from Clan Art of War. Just want to make sure that everybody knows Clan Art of War is phenomenal. If you're looking for a clan, and if you're a highly ranked, at least Diamond player, I think they'll even consider some Diamond players these days. But we're obviously looking mostly for Master and Grandmaster level players. But if you need a big clan that's trying to make a lot of cool things happen, definitely check out Art of War. You can find them on BNet at Clan AOW, or no, actually it's AOW Clan is the private channel. And you can also check out Giraffe's website. Let me go grab that link for you real quick, actually. But check out Giraffe's website. He can give you any information that you need, as well as he offers he offers lessons, so some training available to you guys who are looking to get better. But go check out his website there. There's the link. I just posted it. And check out Clan Art of War. And then another announcement that I'd like for everybody to be aware of. We are going to have a clan war between Art of War and Nightmare. So going to be a phenomenal matchup there between these clans. Giraffe will be there for sure. They're allowing me to cast those games, so we'll be here on the live stream. Make sure you're there. It will be Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. It should be just about the time that our amateur tournament for the evening will be ending, so we'll be going straight into the clan war after that, and should last about 4 or 5 hours. It's going to be a good long one. They've got a lot of players. Everybody's going to get a chance to play in that clan war. And they're going to try and match people up really evenly and, you know, make it as fair as possible. But should be tons of fun. So we shall see. I mean, now AoWAmPLifY, it is going to be spawning as our pink Terran in this matchup against Giraffe, our yellow Protoss, who is here at the 2 o'clock position. AoWAmPLifY down here at the 7 o'clock. Not going to be fast expanding, or maybe he is. Looks like he is gearing up for an expand right where he wants it. So not going to worry about flying it out there. Nice. But we do see the expand here for Giraffe is about to complete, so a little bit ahead of his opponent there, but not by too much. Now note that neither of these players is doing tons of scouting here in the first 4 minutes of the game. We're going to be gearing up for some fireworks potentially. Got to love that. No scouting means you can get taken by surprise. But these guys do know each other. I mean, they play out all the time, the same clan, and so probably know what to expect at this point. But I still always highly recommend always get some good scouting in. Now, Amplify beating his opponent to the punch on that. So sending out this SCV scout. Looks like he will scout his opponent here in just a moment. We will follow this guy. I always wondered, how do you find a cigarette like this SCV driver that just never burns out? I mean, no matter how long you sit and watch this guy puff on that sucker, it never burns out. Unbelievable. But he does find his opponent's base, does see this fast expand up and running. At the same time, we do have, looks like this command center for Amplify about to be complete. Let's check the units tab, see where we're at. Notice Giraffe rocking and rolling economically. 26 SCVs to 19 harvesters. However, these mules for Amplify will make up a bit of that difference. And there we go. We've got another orbital command. It's going to be double the mules. Really going to be helpful for him there. In the meantime, Giraffe going to be guarding here with a stalker. Now this SCV did make it out of there. He looks like he was just on a patrol. Oh, there he goes. He's headed back now. Wants to scoot back in, get some more intel, which is not a bad idea. I did see Chrono going down on that warp gate tech there for just a moment. So one gate right now. Probably going to get a couple more here in just a moment. But in the meantime, Amplify going to be building up some Marines. And notice that he does have his triple racks up. Tech Lab is out. No upgrades quite yet. Does have a reactor out on one of these barracks here, but this one with nothing quite yet. One gas, just enough for what looks to be his Marauder count, which he keeps pretty shy. It's very similar build to what he did in that last game that he did win. So not bad. And now Amplify going to be getting a couple of these, and that seems to be about it. There we go. Oh, going for a stim push this time. So last time he went for combat shields, and I actually couldn't think of the name. It was kind of embarrassing, but now I remember. Combat shields, of course. But it is going to be stim pack this time. Stim pack does take 170 seconds to complete, so he will not be moving out for at least another 120 seconds. But another gas here at his expand, and notice he's utilizing these mules here at the expansion, trying to keep these evenly mined, which is really, really good stuff. And let's take a look at what Giraffe has got for us. Quite a few sentries, plenty of warp gates up at this point, and a Twilight Council going down. What are we going to get from the Twilight Council? That is the question. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Wait for it. Could be any moment. It is going to be a Templar Archive. Nice. So hopefully we'll see some storms. If not, we will definitely see some Archons. That will be fun. Either way, I like both of those units. Factory is going down here for Amplify. Wonder if that means he's going to go for some air here. Yep, there it goes. Starport going down. Going to be building his reactor for the starport right now. And then we'll give a little switcheroo there. Not a bad play. Now, in the meantime, though, look at this Giraffe's army getting pretty stinking solid. Plenty of zealots here. Plenty of stalkers. A good number of sentries. 5 of them. And most of these are approaching their full energy mark. In the meantime, Amplify cruising around the map here. Trying to blind towers, making sure that his opponent doesn't really necessarily see him, cruising out across the map, but he is going to be gearing up what looks like a stim push, and maybe with some medevacs. Not a bad deal there. See if he's going to even harass his opponent. I love Terran players that just do great drops and great harassment with these infantry units. That is so much fun to watch sometimes. But Giraffe really guarding this ramp here pretty stinking solid. I mean, this is going to be difficult to bust. Notice that we do have the storm being researched and chronoed out here, so we are going to see storms. Oh, and look at that scan. And Giraffe saying, just in case you did not see my Templar archives, I'll move them into the center of your scan. I mean, my High Templar. Just long as you are just making sure you saw that I did have two high temps out on the field. Wants to make sure his opponent knows what's going on. Very, very good manners. And here comes the units. Looks like AoWAmPLifY not scared off by those High Templar quite yet. Oh my goodness, a Giraffe going to be securing a third up here. Not bad play. Looks like he did manage to sneak that by there. At the same time, his factory cruising towards this location wants to gather up just a little bit more of intel. And factory going to be cruising through here. This factory not going to last much longer. That is for sure. Is it going to start on fire? There it goes. Yeah. And camping it, it is actually going to burn down there, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know. Now, it looks like AoWAmPLifY did set himself up for a flank attack here. So he's going to attack the front with this force and then flank with this force. Either that or attack with that one first and then flank with this one. Either way, it is going to be the same thing. The storm's going down and doing so much damage. Look at that. Feedbacks on the Medivacs, and it looks as though AoWAmPLifY is going to have to back out here in just a moment. Look at that. He's loading these suckers up. All these poor infantry units that just got stormed like crazy. Loading them up and getting them the heck out. Nice play there from Giraffe. Those High Templar being so cost effective here. Now we probably are going to see AoWAmPLifY have to transition out of that play, but we'll see what he's got. He's working on more barracks, it looks like, so mass barracks even against Storm, I guess. I mean, it's definitely possible, but it can be brutal. Now, Giraffe going to be taking this time to go ahead and get this expand up and running. Let's just check the units tab here for a moment. Notice that Giraffe at 55 probes, 53 SCVs here for AoWAmPLifY. AoWAmPLifY probably going to need to gear up for a third here. It looks like he is going to do that right now. Not a bad deal. Let's take a look. Did get combat shield, no concussive shells yet, which is interesting to me. Those concussive shells so stinking effective against those Protoss units, especially with those zealots in there in the mix. And he's got plenty of marauders here, I think, to warrant going ahead and grabbing that upgrade. It does not take long to build. 50-50 minerals and gas is not bad. But look at this extra gas. Giraffe using this base so that he can continue production of a lot of High Templar. You've got to have it 6 gas to really be able to support this many High Temps, especially when you've got to have some support from sentries. You need a couple stalkers in the mix. And yeah, going from there. But he is going to be mounting an attack here in just a moment, it looks like. Plenty of High Temps here ready and waiting with pretty decent amount of energy. Most of them at just about half, a couple of them close to full. And that's really solid. Psystorm's ready. Feedback's ready. Probably going to go straight for some Archons after all that energy is gone. Gotta love that. More High Templar. Look at that. Grabbing one High Temp there. One Archon there. Here comes the attack, though. Looks like Giraffe ready to cruise up this ramp. Is AoWAmPLifY going to be able to deal with this? He did get out 4 ghosts here, so that's not bad. Definitely going to come in handy. He is going to really have to utilize those EMPs. There goes one. Oh, but those storms just doing so much damage. Look at those storms. And AoWAmPLifY could just not find a safe place there. So many storms, and that looks like that is going to be game. He only got 1 EMP off, and it was late. Did miss those EMPs. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Blocking this little divide there. That is game. So game number 2 going to Giraffe. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. But thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We will see you guys in game number 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we do have some live action coming at you right now in a best-of-5 scrimmage between Giraffe and AoWAmPLifY. Both of these guys hail from Clan Art of War. Going to be tons of fun here on MLG's Shakuras Plateau. Giraffe going to be spawning here at the bottom left-hand corner as our yellow Protoss, and AoWAmPLifY spawning as our pink Terran up here in the top right. Cross positions on this map, so that's going to be tons of fun. Could be gearing up for a macro game, especially the way these guys play, man. I do like their kind of two-base pressures, though, and it seems like they're pretty good at taking games down with two-base pressure. A good two-base push. But phenomenal stuff from these guys. Both of them, every single time. It is 1-1 in this best of 5, so 1 win for each. And let's see, looks like Giraffe going to be working on his pylon here. Probably just going to go for a standard opener. Maybe we'll see another 1-gate expand here from Giraffe. We shall see, but it looks like in the meantime, AoWAmplify going to be putting down a standard wall in and a standard opener here with his barracks. Very, very good timings, it looks like, so far from both of these guys. Good, fast timings, looking solid. Gateway is going down here for Giraffe, and a gas here. Fairly early gas, actually. No, it's not that early. It's not that early. I take it back. But pretty solid. He is going to need another pylon here in just a moment, though. Want to get that down. Don't forget that. Saturating this right away. And Cybercore, and then he's going to go ahead and put down his pylon in this kind of forward position. It's a nice spot to put it, though. Let's take a look at what Amplify's got going for us. He does have his orbital command on the way, 50% complete right now. And I do have Duh saying hi to me out here on the live stream. How you doing, Duh? Good to see you around, brother. You're just having some good old-fashioned fun, but thanks for coming out. There goes our first mule of the game. And look at this, Amplify taking his expand right where he wants it. I just love it when Terran players just put their expands down right where they want them. Don't worry about, pushes. Oh, what if I lose it? Type thing. If you're going to put it down where you want it instead of having to fly it out there. But, I mean, it's usually not that big a deal. Usually that's the safe move. I just think it's cool when they do it this way. He's like, well, I think I'll go ahead and take an expand, and don't worry about flying it out there. I'll just build it where I want it. I like that play quite a bit. But Giraffe is going to be securing a Nexus of his own. So, 2-base play in the works for both of these guys. In the meantime, looks like an SCV. The first scout of the game cruising out across the field here. Here at 4.5 minutes, this guy finally left the base. And Amplify does win the scouting award for the game. And scouting up here first. Not going to find it. Uh-oh. And Giraffe going to scout as well. Off he goes. But the first scout is going to finally find his opponent here. Amplify will see Giraffe's expand, will see the sentry, will see the stalker. Almost got caught a glimpse of that Cybercore there, it looks like, and it looks like 3 gates here about to go down for Giraffe. Ooh, he's going to put them up here instead, 4 of them. 4 more gates. Let's check the units tab and see where we're at economically. Giraffe slightly in the hole, I would say, when you take into account the mules there for Amplify. So Amplify got a rockin' and rollin' economy. Six gate all in is what Nidus is calling. That's funny. So he is calling the shots here. We'll see if that's what it's going to be. Now Amplify, if he does catch wind of a big push like that, he'll probably go ahead and toss down a couple bunkers. 2 or 3 here in this location is usually a pretty decent number. You've got to keep them spaced out, so forcing your opponent to utilize a lot of those force fields to keep you from repairing them, and such as that. We'll see if that's what the case is going to be. In the meantime, Giraffe is sending out a probe here. We'll see if he is going to put down a forward pylon. Looks like his tech is complete. And we do have 6 gates. This one still needs to turn to a warp gate here. And there's the forward pylon. Giraffe is indeed going to be pushing this attack, it looks like. Chrono going down here on the Nexus, getting his economy up here in the meantime. So it looks like he's going to try and put some pressure on and then back out if it does not stick. So Not necessarily an all-in here, but it is definitely a good-looking push. He's really macroing up behind it pretty well, though. They want me to see something here, but I don't know what it is. Oh, I think it's this. He forgot this. But here comes the attack. Is Amplify going to be ready? Amplify really needs a bunker here, I think. Oh, those force fields, phenomenal stuff there from Giraffe. Looks like he is going to be doing quite a bit of damage. We do finally have a ghost out, though. That could be very interesting against this just gateway army right now. Wow, and nicely held there from Amplify. He didn't even need to have a bunker down, so that was phenomenal. And then Tiny Spider was actually just telling me what they were pointing out here. It was just the Artosis pylon, so now we know what they were pinging here for. Good point there, Tiny Spider. Thanks for paying attention. And we still have this gateway that does not want to become a warp gate. He says to the others, I will do what I want. You guys warp in units, I will build them. It was a fast ghost here, fairly fast ghost. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what that's going to go for us. We do have more barracks going down. Amplify seems to love his infantry play. I'm liking this quite a bit, though. But he does have 3 ghosts here. And they're going to be collecting some energy. These guys are going to be super effective with those EMPs. In the meantime, we do have a robotics facility going down for Giraffe. And the robotics base, so we will see some Colossus while he's waiting to get his first Colossus out. However, he will get out his first Immortal. And that's not a bad play there. We do have plenty of sentries here. Looks like most of these are at least half, some of them close to full energy here. So not bad. He should have plenty of force fields when the time comes, and he is definitely going to need them. However, this forward pylon may not last too much longer. I kind of half expect to see Amplify go ahead and try and secure another base. Notice that he does have his starport on the way. His factory not going to be flying out across the field like he's done in the past. Nice looking army, though. No, not really much upgrades. In fact, no upgrades to speak of. There goes the first Colossus, though, and here comes the attack. Looks like Amplify going to back out there for just a moment. Stalling here will enable the Colossus for Giraffe to enter the field, and that is definitely going to be helpful in this battle. Oh, wow! Look at all those EMPs going down so quickly, obliterating all of those shields. Another one going down there, and it looks like Amplify is going to be able to push up in here in just a moment. Wow, stem being utilized there. He is in phenomenal shape. We do have our first Colossus out on the field. It is really, really going to come in handy. Is he going to be able to see it, though? Nice spot here for the Colossus. Oh, but he's going to go down. Focus fire there from Amplify, doing a phenomenal job there. Great damage. All these drones being pulled here to try and get these zealots into position to take out this army. Giraffe now in just a little bit of trouble. Going to be rebuilding his defenses here as quickly as possible. You can see that he is going to be warping in units. He's definitely got to do it. Chrono boosting out another Colossus. Great stuff there. Now, in the meantime, Amplify probably going to be working on an expand, I would think. He's going to go take out this pylon. Yep, there goes the expansion here from Amplify. Beautiful, beautiful play. He has definitely got a lead at this point. Let's check units lost and see where we're at. Oh, wow. 3,000 units different, or resources difference there. Beautiful play there from Amplify. That stem with those EMPs, absolutely obliterating that army. We'll see if he's going to go for a tech switch here, though. I'll be interested to see that. He does have some personal cloaking going down. That's going to be nice. More ghosts coming out on the field. Does have some Vikings, too, so phenomenal stuff. Too bad we didn't see a nuke. Nuke! Nuke! Press 1 if you like nukes. Press 1 if you want to see a nuke. Anyway. Alright, so phenomenal stuff though from AoWAmPLifY. He's definitely in the lead, gearing up to potentially take down game number 3. Now he is giving Giraffe a moment here to change his tech pattern. And that's going to be helpful for Giraffe. But notice he is sticking with the Colossus here. 2 Colossus. That's going to let AoWAmPLifY know that he is going to be making a wise decision getting these Vikings out. So great scan going down there. That's really helping AoWAmPLifY in his build right now, letting him know everything is solid for him. There's an SCV transfer. Looks like these guys going up here. And we are going to have another orbital command here for AoWAmPLifY in just a moment for base number 3. Keeping Giraffe here on 2 base is really the key for AoWAmPLifY. He's just going to bleed his opponent dry potentially. And, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to play that way, especially against such a strong Protoss player. Now, can Giraffe potentially come back from this? Yeah, I think that he's definitely not out of this match, but there's definitely a long road to hoe. Definitely some work to be done. And AoWAmPLifY going to be taking advantage of that. Looks like these Vikings here will be able to deal with these Colossus fairly easily. We do have charge coming out on the field, which is great stuff. Notice that it looks as though Giraffe going to try and take and expand. However, this Marauder going to block that. And this Marauder is going to die, but he did see the timing here of the Nexus. Did see that there were still 2 Colossus in the army, so knows that there's probably a tech switch in order, and it is indeed going to be Archons here. So beautiful stuff. Now these Ghosts are going to be so effective. Let's see if we can find one. There's 4 of them in here. So effective at taking out these Archons that EMP just will obliterate these Archons' shield here, and that is really going to be key. Notice that this army still has no upgrades, so that is interesting stuff, as well as potentially scary for Giraffe. I mean, he is going to have a little bit of extra work to do with those units. Now, these units do have +1/+1. They've got combat shield. We finally do have out some concussive shells here. Plenty of Vikings here as well. So here comes the attack. Are we going to see some EMPs? Fast, fast, fast. Good EMPs going down there. And charge lots getting into position there fairly quickly. Is it going to be enough, though? Looks like AoWAmPLifY going to be taking it down. And there's the GG from Giraffe. You saw that army with no upgrades there, just melting away to those Stim Marines Marauders. Beautiful stuff. That was phenomenal. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We will see you guys next time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we have game number 4 in this scrimmage coming at you right now on Abyssal Caverns. It is going to be Giraffe taking on AoWAmPLifY. Again, both of these guys, clan mates in the clan Art of War, AoW, as you see there on their name tags. Both of these guys, phenomenal players, high-level masters. Actually, I don't even know what rank AoWAmPLifY is. He may even be a Grandmaster, I don't know, but definitely on Giraffe's level, and Giraffe is a high-level master player. I think he's still rank 1 currently, so phenomenal stuff there. Now, Abyssal Caverns, I actually like this map pretty good. It's one of the new ladder maps that came out in, what was it, 1.3 or something like that. And but they are going to be spawning in these, it's not really cross positions, but they're relatively close when you take into account how close their ramps are. It's not that far. It's not really that far. But it's actually longer, I think, to go this way to that ramp. Yeah. Anyway, but it is going to be a standard opener here, it looks like so far, from AoWAmPLifY, who is our pink Terran player here in the bottom right. Bottom left is Giraffe. He is our yellow Protoss. Now, Giraffe down 2 games in this best of 5 to AoWAmPLifY. AoWAmPLifY doing just a phenomenal job taking those games off of him. I loved his Archon play. I just wanted to point out how confident AoWAmPLifY is with his unit composition, and notice that he doesn't rush, hurry, gotta get out all of my upgrades for my infantry units. Not once did I see him get those out actually in really fast, what we would consider standard timings, right? He just got them out when he felt like he needed them, and built up his army first, and so he was actually kind of utilizing his unit composition instead of his upgrades to let him know how he was doing, and he's very, very confident with his units and knows very, very well, it seems like, if he's got enough to take on his opponent's current unit composition. So it was really nice play. Notice the Cyber Core is going down here for Giraffe. Pretty solid time there. But Amplify really quite impressive, so I'm interested to see how Game 4 is going to go, if we're even going to make it to a Game 5. I mean, this is, wow, Amplify phenomenal. Does have his single gas out, so not going to be going for any super tech quite yet. And there goes second barracks. So it looks like a standard opener here from Amplify, or his standard opener, I guess, is what we'll call it. Excuse me, had to mute my mic there for a second. But we are back in the mix. And there goes a Stalker, as well as this Warp Gate tech. See it, Aurora. Bagging on Giraffe right now. I don't think I would 16 Nexus either against Amplify. Amplify seems to really like just poking around with his army every now and then. Feels like he can back out if he needs to and just get some things done. Looks like 2 racks right now. Is he going to go for a third? That's the question. What's this guy going to do? He's floating a lot of minerals. Looks like he is going to gear up for an expand here. Yes, he is. Amplify going to be taking this expansion. Does have quite a few, well, quite a few, I should say 3. He has 3 Marines, so several is a better way to put that. Several Marines. There goes his tech lab and going straight for concussive shells this time, so my guess is a fairly early push here with Marauders. Notice that he is going to be getting out a Marauder here. And some Marine support. Oh my goodness. Giraffe taking a hidden expand here. Interesting play. Does have his forge out, +1 armor on the way here. So going to be playing defensively, trying to trick his opponent potentially. So this is kind of interesting stuff here. But here comes the push. Now Giraffe has expanded, which means he is going to be down a couple extra minerals here. Notice that there are some SCVs in tow. We do have double sentries here, but is that going to be enough to block this ramp long enough? Oh my goodness. Bunker going down. Wow. And so a little bit of a bunker contain, if you will, going down here for Amplify. But Giraffe is securing his expand here. Oh my goodness. Amplify canceled. He's putting down an engineering bay right here to block the spot. So he's going to be committing to this one base play here. Wow. This is, I think, probably going to work in Giraffe's favor. We shall see, but my guess is that he'll be able to bust out of this eventually, and the nice thing is this hidden expansion really going to help him out here. What the engineering bay is going on here? But that is not a great spot for an engineering bay. I wonder if that was a misclick maybe. It's definitely an engineering bay. What can I say? There's more barracks though on the way. And it looks like Amplify really going to have to commit here, because that engineering bay is blocking him from expanding in a pretty nice spot. Premature engineering bation. Missile turret going down here for Amplify. And here comes more units, but look at this. Double cannons up here on the high ground. Giraffe sitting pretty now on 2 solid bases. Going to be getting his gas up here. Yeah. Interesting stuff. But this little forward position here for Amplify is gone down. Giraffe now in phenomenal shape with this. Look at that. Twilight Council going down, and there's his Templar Archives. And this base up and running. Oh, got a little bit of pause here. Looks like Giraffe had to go. Probably do some training for something. He's going to sign in with his other account. He'll be back in about an hour. I'm just kidding. He probably won't be very long at all. But, I mean, this is just the trouble now for Amplify is he is behind an entire base. His economy is not going to be where it needs to be. And what can I say? I mean, he's stuck with the tech that he's got at this point. He's just going to have to continue to pump units out off of this tech. And it's going to take him a little bit of time to work his way out of this. I mean, if he's got the skill, don't get me wrong. He definitely has the ability to make it happen still, but he's definitely behind right now in this matchup. So hopefully we'll get going here in just a moment. This is game 4, and Giraffe probably has a good opportunity to tie this up 2-2 and taking us to game number 5, which I would not mind. Press 1 if you'd like to see a game 5 between these two guys. But there we are. Looks like we're ready to go. And Engineering Bay going to go down. Is he going to kill it? Does not look like it. Interesting. A lot of barracks here. Do have stem going down. And interesting. Looks like Giraffe probably going to take his third here in just a moment. But I'm guessing here for Amplify that he's going to have to go for an all-in strategy, potentially. Build up an army as quickly as he can off of these racks here, and maybe grab all of his SCVs and try and make it happen with one fell swoop attack. And it's not a bad play there. Does have another forge going down. Look at that. Armor level 2. 2 more gateways going down. I like what Giraffe's doing here. He is going to, if he does lose his main to an all-in push, he'll have this other base essentially up and running already and still have unit producing structures and tech structures here that he can start to defend with. So it's not bad play at all. In fact, it's great play. And Giraffe going to be in pretty good position though with this army. More Marauders coming out, more Marines. Wow. It looks like Amplify is going to go for a big push here. We'll see if he's got enough units to make it happen. And no upgrades or anything on his engineering bay. I think he could have at least gotten out weapons level 1 or something. Disappointing. It's okay. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, even at high levels, and we can see that now. And this is his response, though. Now, whether that is disappointing or not, I don't know. I mean, what do you do if you not misplace, but you accidentally build an engineering bay instead of a command center? That can be brutal. He's going to send a Marine in here to figure out what's going on. And warping in some units here for Giraffe. But look at this. Mass Archons. He does have a lot of High Templar as well. Is he working on Storm? Nope. Not working on Storm. So just going to be using these High Temps for Archons here. A lot of units here, though. Giraffe in great position. Is he going to be moving out here? It looks as though he may. Not really much in the way of defense up here for Giraffe. I would like to see Amplify, like, secure maybe the gold expand or something like that. Amplify is going to try and take this down here. Oh, and here comes Giraffe. Giraffe saying, you know what, go ahead, take it down. I'm going to go ahead and brutalize your base with my army. He's got a lot of charged lots here. Going to be super effective here. And Amplify's defense is disappearing there. Not going to make it back across the map here in time. Oh, interesting. I'd like to see Giraffe go ahead and push up this ramp here. There he goes. Charge Lot's getting right into that base there. This wall off going to go down very, very quickly. And it is going to be a base race. Amplify now in absolutely dire straits. Not going to be able to hold on here, I don't think. Look at all those charged lots. +2/+2 on those suckers. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from Giraffe this game. Not that he necessarily needed all of those upgrades, but why not get them when you've got such a tremendous lead over your opponent? And this was just phenomenal stuff. Amplify trying to make this happen, but I don't know, man. What can you say? Tough to deal with. Charge Lots getting right in their faces there. Is Amplify going to have enough? No, he is not, and it is game. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. Game 5 coming at you here in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we do have the remaining live action from this best of 5 here. Oops. Uh-oh, we got a little bit of a pause going on. Let's take a look. There we go. We're okay. Cool. Yeah, so the last game in this best of 5 between Giraffe and his clanmate, what was his name? Amplify. Yeah, Amplify. So, yeah, Giraffe versus Amplify, 2-2. What a nice matchup here. Protoss versus Terran. Both of these guys from the same clan, Art of War. Go check out the clan. These guys have a lot of good stuff going on. They're going to be performing a clan war with Nightmare this Thursday night. I will be casting that, so please show up for that. We'll have it here on the live stream. It will be 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. 8 o'clock Central Standard Time is when that's going to start. Expect that to go for probably a solid 5 hours. We're going to have a lot of really high-level play, a lot of Grandmasters, a lot of Masters play, and a couple Diamonds here and there. So it's going to be tons of fun, so come check that out. Check out Giraffe's... Oops. Check out Giraffe's website, if you will. I'll give you guys the link. Here it is. There's the link. If you need any training, Giraffe can give it to you. He is a very, very highly ranked master level player, will likely be a Grandmaster in Season 4. So if you need training from somebody of that level, definitely hit up Giraffe. He does have some of his videos on there as well, so it's a nice little site that he's got together for himself. But we're going to try and make a business out of this, so do support him. He gives us a lot of phenomenal replays, really helps us support this stream and Alt Starcraft and things like that. So thanks so much to Giraffe. Check out Clan Art of War. Check out our Clan War on Thursday night, again 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, I mean, we're going to have a good old time this week. It should be pretty good stuff. We do have our Gold Platinum tournament on Thursday night as well, starting at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. So if you need a link for that, hit me up. I will definitely send it off to you. But wow, looks like we've got a long pause here. And just taking our time. Yeah, well, pause action. I mean, what's there to be done? I guess we could restart the game. Gotta make me a referee so I can unpause. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we're about to see this game here on Metalopolis, too, so cross positions. I like it. And these guys really been doing some fun stuff for us. They don't scout each other very early, though. Looks like we're ready to go here. That'll be good. Off we go. Nida says, guess which cheese giraffe is going to do this game. Winner gets $5. But it is going to be cross position, so Giraffe rather, down here at the 6 o'clock position, as our yellow Protoss, he is taking on again Amplify, our pink Terran up here at the 12 o'clock position. So phenomenal stuff. I love cross positions here on Metalopolis. A lot of the times that can give us a good macro game. It really, it turns out a lot of the times Protoss really have to build a death ball on this map just because of especially in cross positions. It's just so easy to expand on this map, and it's difficult to choose a path. I mean, you have to pick whether you're going to go the bottom route here or the top route around the center of this, the center of the map here. And once you've chosen a spot, then you go for it, but it's difficult. You don't want to get caught out of position as a Protoss. So a lot of the times you sit back and defend and defend and defend until you've got such a big army that it doesn't make sense to wait any longer, and off you go. But, I mean, Giraffe sometimes will do some great drop play, and that's fun to see. Amplify is going to be putting down his barracks here. Looks like a fairly standard opener, what we've come to expect here, I think, from Amplify. Giraffe doing about the same thing that we've come to expect from him against our Terran opponents here. Gateway going down. There goes the second pylon. Going to be chrono boosting out his probes for just a moment as well. Solid stuff so far. Alright, command center, orbital command on the way. Single gas for Giraffe at this moment, and it is going to be a cybernetics core right off the bat. So standard openers. See, it looks like he is going to go for, oh wow, there we go, another command center here for Amplify, going to try and block any scouts coming up this ramp with the Marine. But I don't know, it's easy to scout that, I think, even if you just run a probe right up there. It's not going to die before it gains vision of the high ground, and that will give it just enough glimpse to see a command center on the way. But no scouting quite yet for Giraffe, so going to be securing a nexus of his own here right off the bat. So interesting play for both of these guys, going for fairly early expands. And this orbital command is complete, utilizing the energy for mules here at the mineral line. And down goes barracks number 2, and a couple more Marines out are on the way. So double Marines here. One more. Is he going to go for anything here? Nope, just another Marine. I was thinking he might put down a tech lab or a reactor, but it is just going to be another Marine. 2 more barracks, though, on the way. This orbital command going up here, the second orbital command, looks like it will fly out there here in just a moment, as soon as this morphing is complete. In the meantime, Giraffe's base or expand is going to be complete as well. Units tab shows 26 harvesters to 21, except Amplify does have that mule advantage, and will have double the mule advantage here in just a moment with his second orbital command, and looks like it is headed out to its position here for just a little while. Go to start mining, might as well get to it. And Amplify in great shape up economically. Second gas going down here. Does have his tech lab complete on barracks number 1, and a reactor going down here on barracks number 2. Looks like we've got another Marine coming out of barracks number 3. Is he going to get another reactor or tech lab? Maybe not. We'll see. We shall see. But does have a bunker down here. Wants to have some static defense, or well, better defense. It's not really static. You can take the Marines out if you want. That's okay. Good looking play though, regardless here from Amplify. I like having a bunker in this position. But in the meantime, Giraffe, solid opener. Does have this second base up and running. 2 more gas going down, and a robotics facility going on the way. Beautiful. Let's just check our units tab for a moment. You can see that Giraffe using almost all of his chronos on his Nexus to get that economy roaring. Look at that disparity there. 11 extra harvesters for Giraffe. Until you take into account the mules, which are pretty handy. So pretty solid though. Amplify not too terribly far behind. Let's just check the income, see what that looks like. Look at that. Amplify actually ahead in the mineral harvesting, but he's just not harvesting quite as much gas, and that's costing him a little bit there. But really, really solid with those mules. Those mules are so stinking helpful. There's, ooh, wow, Immortal's coming out first. Are we going to have a robotics bay? Yes, we do. There it is. There's the robotics bay. Going to see some Colossus and some upgrades here potentially with this forge. Serious misclick says amplify. Hope not. Look at that. A factory with a reactor. Engineering bay going down. Did he mean to put his starport there maybe? Is he going to put this... I'm guessing the starport's going to go to the reactor. And a Ghost Academy going down. Sweet. We are going to see some more Ghost action here. Look at that. We've got a Reaper out on the field. I like it. I can't figure out what a serious misclick was, but whatever it was, it doesn't look to be that bad. So serious in his mind may not be the same as serious in my mind. So, but we do have a reactor starport now. Finally, there it is. Gonna be working on some Vikings. Gotta love it. Do have extended thermal lance coming out. And look at this, a Twilight Council going to be going down here in just a second. Well, that guy had to go the long way around. There goes the Twilight Council. See what he's going to get out of there for us. New tech, or blink, or charge, or both, or all of the above. Who knows? We shall see. That's the one thing I like about Protoss is that the Twilight Council can mean so many different things. And so it's just like a guessing game at that point. But so much tech for one base. Huh. I don't know. It doesn't look like too much. It's on 2 bays. Anyway, whatever. Alright, so double Vikings here. Looks like we're probably going to see a couple more. As well as some medevacs, so nice play there. Do we have some ghosts out on the field? We got one right here. Gonna see some ghosty play. And no upgrades for them quite yet. Be kind of fun to see a nuke. Well, not really. Well, if you want to see a nuke, press 1. I don't know if I'm feeling a nuke today for some reason. Double ghosts now on the field. Probably just going to see some EMPs. I'm actually liking EMPs a lot more lately. Alright, there we go. Seed Aurora does want to see a nuke. Cool, well, let's shoot for a nuke then, Seed Aurora. Let's get a nuke. Will it with me, brother. Will it. Will it. Make it happen. Go, Amplify. You can do it. 3 ghosts now out on the field. And no nuke on the way quite yet. Now look at this. We do have our hidden tech for Giraffe. It is going to be High Templar. Templar Archives going down in this kind of fun position here. Got to like it. No nukes yet. No nukes yet. More barracks though on the way. And medevacs and Vikings. Nice unit composition here though. Salvaging the bunker. Looks like Amplify going to be cruising out across the field here. Has got plenty of Marauders. Plenty of Marines. And where'd the ghosties go? I don't see them. Where are they? Oh, there's one. There's 3 of them. Okay, yeah, I can see them in there just barely. Well, they kind of blend in when they're running. Can't hardly see their guns. Interesting. But they are in there. There is 3 of them, and here comes the attack. Is Giraffe going to be ready for this? He does have double Colossus, couple Archons here. Looks like he's got some High Templar. Storms are at the ready. And Giraffe, wow, I think he was ready. Very, very well prepared there. And looks like Amplify going to be backing out here. Did not like what he saw from that scan. So backing out, I think, probably a wise choice at this point. But look at this. Both guys can be securing and expand behind this. Giraffe taking his nexus here. Same position on the other side of the map is Amplify doing the same thing. Does have an orbital command on the way. But it looks like Giraffe may want to push this attack here. Boy, there's a Marine in there. That Marine's feeling happy. He doesn't have to fight for a day. Another gateway not completed. But that was a bad time to look because here comes the storms. And whoa, what is this? Amplify just left the game just like that. I cannot believe it. Wow, nice play there from Giraffe, and that appears that that is going to be it. So congrats to Giraffe. He did take that down. And great game. Beautiful stuff. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. I'm a little bit mystified. Boy, I thought we were going to miss only the first second of the attack, but that turned out to be 50% of the attack. So, wow, interesting stuff, but beautiful storms there. That just sealed the deal. Thank you guys for coming out again. We will see you guys next time.